Hello, everyone. So, when I used to take the bus, this lady, and I want to know if I'm in the right or the wrong, if anyone in the comment section. So, I became friends. Okay, maybe not friends, but pretty cool with some of the bus operators. And the bus, so right now, today's going to be 102 degrees. I think it's like 90 some degrees right now, and it's right before 11 a.m. I just came from the gym. So now one of the two bus operators have my number, a male and a female. So there's this older Hispanic lady. So when I explained to her, I came back from the Vegas Marathon, and I explained to her, unfortunately, the city that I live in, somehow a bus like blew up or did something, and it killed one of the mechanics. So I guess they had to do they had to close like the bus station down, like where they do the maintenance on the buses. So it was limited like bus schedule. So like for maybe 2 weeks before I went to Vegas, she wasn't operating her bus. They basically took out like 90% of the bus routes and only had like a couple for a little bit. So when I come back from Vegas, her bus route was back in service, but it was very limited. And luckily, I caught her, right? Because I came back from Vegas on a Thursday. So the guy that sold me this vehicle called me on Wednesday night, and he said, "Yeah, Tony, are you still interested in the vehicle?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, I'll bring it. No, I came back Thursday night. I'm sorry. He goes, "I'll bring it Friday around noon and see if you want to buy it or not." And that was like a little bit over 3 months ago. And this is what I'm driving now. So on Friday morning, I took the time to take the trolley to her bus stop, wait for her, because I didn't know if she was coming, and her bus was coming like every 70 minutes. So maybe I don't know how long I waited, but I waited for a little bit for her to get there. And I didn't know if she was going to be operating that specific bus, because usually there's multiple bus operators that have her route based on the days and time. But luckily she pulled up. So I told her, I said, "Hey, I might buy a vehicle in a few hours, and just in case I buy a vehicle, here's my number. Let's just keep in touch." And she goes, "All right, Tony, in case you buy the vehicle, are you going to take the bus at least once a week?" And I said, "Yeah, I might. I don't know yet, right?" Fuck no. Once I'm in a vehicle, I don't. At that time, I could say like, "Yeah, once a week. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, talking with you, once a week, right?" Fuck, do I want to take the fucking bus and wait for the fucking bus when it's 100 fucking degrees? And plus, do I want to take the fucking bus and wait at the bus stop? Do I want where it takes me fucking over an hour to get to somewhere? Now it's where I need to go to, because the gym that I train at is now further away. No, I can get there in 20 minutes in a vehicle with minor traffic, right? Or it could take me fucking 2 hours to get there. A little fucking inconsiderate with these motherfuckers, right? So, like 3 weeks ago, she ended up calling me. And then I said, yeah, on Friday, if you do this route on Friday, it's close to my apartment, so I can just walk there real quick and then get on, and we can, I can talk to you. So I did that for 2 weeks in a row on a Friday. But it's like you're still dealing with the fucking bus. Like, even I got car keys. I came on the bus with my car keys. I don't fucking need to get on the bus for right now. Unless this car breaks down. I hope to God not. I hope, I don't crash into no one. No one crashes into me. I hope, this car can get me by for a little bit. Point A to point B. But, and then there's still shitty people on the bus. There's still drug addicts. Even though her bus route is a little bit it's pretty calm. Her route, but I still gotta see these fucking nasty ass fucking passengers. And yes, most of them are fucking nasty. Fucking smell bad, the bus stinks, So now that I'm my hip is getting a little bit better with my injury, I'm able to work out basically 5 days a week now. Okay, with weight training though. Weight training and a lot of freaking stretching and foam rolling. Haven't started running. I'm too scared right now. But I'm feeling kind of like getting back in the groove of things. So on Friday is my workout day. Wednesday I rest, right? Wednesdays and Saturdays I'm not in the gym. Fridays is back day, right? So she texts me saying on a Wednesday saying, Tony, are you gonna come see me Friday on the bus? And I text saying no, I can't do it because in the mornings I got stuff going on, but I'll see if I can if I'm gonna do it, it'll be at 6:45. When you leave at 6:45 in the morning, you're out, or maybe 8:45. Because I was trying to see how late do I want to work out, right? Because the gym that I train at it empties out at 9:30 in the morning. So even if I go in at 7 in the morning or 8, it's still crowded, but it's not crowded enough. And the people have pretty good gym mannerisms. Okay, there's a lot of machines, a lot of equipment too. But at 9:30, 10 o'clock, it's pretty much, you can pretty almost use whatever you want. So I didn't. She just texts back like, "Oh, okay," and that's it, right? But the thing is, I shouldn't fucking feel bad. It's like, I don't want to deal with the fucking nasty ass bus anymore. I don't want to deal with the fucking, because you're still dealing okay, so she was nice, but the passenger didn't have any money to get on the bus, and she wore her Pizza Hut outfit, right, or Domino's. A younger Hispanic lady, but spoke English, perfect English, Mexican American, I'm assuming. So it was. So I paid for her bus fare while I was talking to the lady, right? Because El Paso's behind in fucking anything in life, behind in races, behind in fucking concerts, behind in fucking education, behind in fucking no behind. A lot of women with no behinds. All right, just a lot of behind going on in El Paso, right? So the lady had that like the tap, because they had the machine here, but it wasn't working properly. So I said, hey, how much does she need to ride the bus? And then the lady that I talked to says, oh, she just needs $1 to ride the bus. So I gave her $1. And then the lady was very, little. I say she's a little girl because she probably could have been like 20 years old, right? But she's a full adult. Okay, so she she thanked me and stuff like that. Very nice. But you're still dealing with freaking brokies and shitty ass people, and it's a lot. It's something. Okay, so when I lived in my SUV, it's something that I don't want to ever do again. It's just because living in my SUV, even though I had money, I wanted the whole like SUV living, and but the pandemic hit. What are you doing? What? Good. Are you going back to work? They're okay? It's your birthday? It's your birthday? It is? Okay. If it's yours, I'd get you something. Okay. I'll see you later. Anyways, yeah, she's fucking hot. She's fine. But anyways. So should I feel bad? Should I feel bad? I'm about to say, hey, listen. And there's a lot of low-class Mexicans too, right? There's low-class everybody, but El Paso's dominantly Mexican. That lady's hot as shit. Okay. So anyways, should I feel bad? No. I don't think so. I gotta tell her, it's just low-class people, low-class demographic. I'm not saying it's because of Mexicans, I don't like Mexicans, but it's the lower class ones, okay? Drug addicts, they don't speak English, they're coming from Mexico. They're always trying to sell me shit, right? So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. But no, what's your opinion? I gotta tell her, hey, I don't want to be on the bus no more. I'm driving now. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.